Now, lately, I've been watching an anime called God of High School, and it's really reminded me how much I loved a regular shonen story. Now, if I would have wanted to explain the appeal of any long run shonen story, it would be that these series were meant to go on for a very long time. And we inevitably end up spending so much time with these characters, knowing them and their world. Over the course of this time, the kind of relation we have with these characters changes. And rather than something you consume and move on from, these series become a part of our lives, like a friend coming to visit you every week and tell a new story. And this is especially true for me because I cannot remember a time in my life when I wasn't obsessed with a cartoon or an anime character while growing up, the best of whom surely have become a part of who I am in everyday life today. But no matter how good these stories are, this format seems to be a curse on itself, even the best of which have succumbed to the pressure of producing an amazing chapter every single week, the fatigue of which has caused even the best of the manga authors to either reduce the release schedule or suffer a long term drop in the quality. And yet, there is one artist who, despite the intense lifestyle of a mangaka, still continues writing with the same energy and love as he did 2 decades ago, with a series that is arguably still loved and worshipped by its fans just as it was 22 years ago. Yes, my friends, today finally we're going to talk about One Piece and how Eiichiro Oda has created this world that has become a part of so many people's lives. Now, to be honest, this video might be really similar to any other video that you might have seen on YouTube about why you should watch or read One Piece. But as it is a very important part of my life, I just wanted to make a video of myself and see where this goes. Now, to really explain why One Piece works, I would like to split it up into 2 parts. How Oda works in short-term storytelling and how he amazingly excels at long-term storytelling. Now, in short-term storytelling, Oda depicts a huge amount of information from the detailed drawings, amazing layout of the pages and panels, and drawing the faces and emotions of the characters amazingly. He's specially gifted at doing these things, and as you read through the manga, you realize how he depicts panels so that the actions feel like they're flowing with time, and how he really pushes the boundaries on how you can express a character's emotions through their faces. And on top of that, Oda is amazing at show don't tell. A lot of his world building is not done through dialogues, but the details he puts into the panel's background. And these detailed panels is what makes reading One Piece over and over again so rewarding. You're most definitely gonna find something new in the background that you did not know before, and that can lead to you speculating about things that might happen in future. And with that, let's jump into why Oda really excels at long-term storytelling. Now, I really want you to think about how, even before starting One Piece, Oda knew where he wanted to go with it. He based it over the fascination of Vikings and pirates from a cartoon he used to watch as a child called Vicky the Viking. And he also wrote a one-shot called Monsters, which showed a samurai named Ryuma going around the 7 seas trying to find and kill a dragon. And sure enough, it was revealed 10 years after the start of One Piece that Ryuma was actually a part of the One Piece universe the whole time. Just like this, there are a lot of small things that go into every single panel of One Piece that you can think about and speculate about for years and years, and after 5 or 6 years or 300 to 500 chapters later, it pays off. For example, the theory about Sanji being a royalty came by his poster and the small detail that it said only alive. And that theory was made like 6 or 7 years before the revelation that Sanji was actually a Windsmoke and they were a part of the royal family. It makes the One Piece community an amazing group of people who get together and theorize about the most crazy things that are gonna happen or might just happen. And unlike some stories, these theories and speculations are treated with just the same respect by the writing team as it is by the fans. Apart from that, the amount of information that we have about the geography of the world and how every single island has its own political alliance or allegiances makes this world an amazing and immersive experience to get into. Whenever you go to an island, you don't know what kind of people you're going to meet there. If they're going to treat you like an equal, if they're going to discriminate against you, on what basis are they going to discriminate against you? And this really makes this world come alive. And this world building is probably the most major reason why almost everyone who reads One Piece loves it. But now that I've talked about the good things about One Piece, I would really like to address the things that people usually say against it. And first things first, let's get the anime out of the way. The pacing of the One Piece anime is abysmal and the production quality really takes a dip almost every single week. Now I admit that the latest arc in the anime is amazingly animated, but that is mostly because it is a very important part of Oda's life to depict Wano very carefully. But yeah, if you don't mind the abysmal pacing or bad animation, or you've gotten used to it while watching 7 Deadly Sins, you just might give your time to One Piece. And if you don't want to spend that much time, I would really recommend reading the manga. And for some moments, you could jump onto the anime and see the clips or how they impact. And most commonly what people say is that Oda's character writing is weak. But I don't really agree with that. Now what I think most people mean to say is that his characters don't go through character development. Now what they really mean, I think, is that the characters don't see progression. And I do agree with that. Most characters in the story are where they are because of the events that took place in their past. And then they meet the protagonist and he makes a major change in their life, making them realize something really important. And this goes for everyone in the story. One Piece is actually about how Luffy is going to change the world around him and not how the world is going to change him. Now, be it a minor character like a starfish or any major character like Nico Robin or my favorite villain in One Piece, Don Quixote Doflamingo. All these characters get a lot of development through the story, most of the times through flashbacks, which might be a problem for a few, but these pasts are what make their interaction really interesting and helps build the world further, with their different races, strengths, ideologies, geographic or political allegiances. And this amazing interaction between the characters is best depicted by none other than the main crew of the story, the Straw Hat crew. Each character has their own goals, ideals and personalities, and because of that, the interaction between any two Straw Hat members is very unique to those and makes the story feel really personal. This interaction is what draws in most people into having a feeling of Nakama with the crew. And this kind of really leads into the number one problem that people have with One Piece. Sid, the story is too long. But this long length is what makes this world so interesting. Oda has made a vast world where every small detail contributes to the story. With every new chapter or character, we can see that he has put all of his life and effort into this story, and surely it must have taken a toll on his health. Now, long-time readers know about Oda's smoking problems and how he got into a major health issue because of it, and how he's trying to reduce that. But unfortunately, these health issues are not very uncommon for a mangaka. Their lives are really stressful and they don't really get time to spend on themselves. This was best described by the author of Naruto, Kishimoto, when someone asked him about if he'll be contributing towards Boruto, and he just said that he's probably done writing manga for the rest of his life and he doesn't want any part of it. But yeah, he's still a producer in it, he gives ideas about it, so I guess he's kind of involved. But I'm glad that now, after finishing Naruto, he's living a happy life and a healthy life. But you, my friend, are not a mangaka. And even if you are in an industry that really demands a lot of your physical and mental strength, it really is important for you to find time for yourself. And if you can't, and you think that you need help, please don't be afraid in asking for it. I know a lot of people who have stressful lives and who kind of become workaholics, me included. Now, I myself am a workaholic, but every once in a while I make sure to give myself a break so that I get back to my work with 100% of what I can give. To me, the quality of my work really matters, and whenever I see a drop in it because of I'm not getting enough rest, I make sure that I get enough sleep no matter what time of the day it is. And if you think you need help for it, as usual, I've put a bunch of links in the description below. So please go, get some help if you need it, and if you don't, good enough. Now with that, Please do let me know what your favorite anime while growing up was, or if you're reading any manga or anime right now, which ones are good, which ones you're really into, or what your favorite anime ever is. Or if you've never watched an anime, what might be the one that you've heard about the most? And friends, please don't forget to share this video with your friends. And if you've not subscribed, please do subscribe. These things really help the channel grow and they keep me motivated a lot to make better content every single week. And with that, I think you've had enough of me for today. Please do like, share and subscribe and be nice to each other. Sit out.